All right, let's take a look at this. Let's first, come on. Okay. You know what? It really works better with a single word and two than three. You create less competition, victorious community development. This works too, but not as well as that. So good job for getting to that point. Okay, go into this. Victorious. Again, I'm saying that this one is better than that one. Okay. Yeah, that's clever. It's interesting. We might make this eye the same. Oh, it might be too cheesy. I don't know. This one definitely needs the terminal swash, which is a teardrop terminal. There we go. Of the V, really needs to be removed and replaced with the dot of the eye. So it'll be smaller than what it normally would be, but it's already there. I can see both of them are overlapping. Okay. Which one of the two do I like better? I don't know. It's a tie. Okay, so I'm. This could work, but it's not working perfectly yet. So I like these two better. What's the difference between that and that? It's a different typeface, Johnson. Okay, but very minor changes. I like the hairline serifs are a little bit thicker here than they are in this one, so this one feels a little bit better than that guy. Okay, this. That's an interesting T, but it doesn't come across as a T. So I'd say of these two, I'd take this approach. I'd say these thick and thins are too much. So I like this one. I like this one. And this one. And maybe last that as the approaches for type only. Now normally, somehow we're going to have to get the client to figure this out. Normally, well, okay. In today's world, this is what I could see it happening. I could see happening, you have one logo with symbol and text and another version which is text only. In that case, the text-only arrangement needs to match the symbol arrangement, most likely. Yeah, it probably would for branding purposes. So these that are straight up on both sides, they're probably the ones that would work better like this, because if you removed the symbol, it would look pretty odd to have the angle. With the symbol, of course, it looks great, so I don't know. Okay, so there's my feedback overall. And then I'd move the colors, shrink everything down. If you're going to have this reference, put it like in Helvetica Ultra Light, really small right here, so it's just quiet, you don't even notice it. Okay. I'm going down here. Which ones do I like best? Here, which one? Okay, you obviously don't like this one. Okay, I got a couple ideas. One of the things, ideally, if we can pull it off, and it doesn't always work, so this is going to be an experiment to see. Well, first you have to decide if you like the idea of this experiment. If you don't, okay, I'm cool with it. You're not doing it. The experiment is, can you mix symbol and lettering successfully? It's a hard thing to do. It doesn't always come together. I have two ideas where it might be possible. It's debatable. One is this is almost a V shape. If you just scoot this here and get somehow the plant growing this way, could this plant be the V? It might work. It might be horrible. So I admit that. The other one, and it's also a crazy idea. You got these tomatoes. They look circular to me. Could we replace the O right here with a plant? I don't know. It might be a little too goofy. Okay, so those are some random ideas. All right. This looks really good, but it doesn't have enough in common with the type. How to make it more in common with I don't know. This is nice, but the plant seems like it's dying more than living. I like this one, except for it feels like a broken planter or a paper bag, so it feels cheap. So just straighten out these lines would be and make the plant more in the middle would be a suggestion. This is really good. The only thing I question is, what the heck is this thing? Is it like some weird sea creature or a star? Or, and certainly we don't want to imply magic, because this community would be really upset with us. So that's my concern there, but I'd still like it. This one would be better if we could complete it as a perfect circle, because then it would imply globe, at least in my mind, and I think that's what you're going for. I don't know if it does work, because I don't know. It's a hard one. That's really tough to do. I don't know why you don't like that. I guess it's too big in comparison to that. So this one's still interesting. Oh, again, I want to ask myself, how can we make these shapes more like these shapes? So could the bottom of these be from the bottom of the O? Is there an angle or a curve from the C? Could that be the curve here? I don't know. They do seem like they have strange points at the bottom. I know they came from plants, but no one else but you and me can see the leaves of the plants in there, if that's where they sourced. Now they're just interesting overlapping shapes. So I think our goal is to make it a little more similar, and maybe redraw them so they're not thick and thin lines. They're perfectly even lines. So we would just create them with a stroke rather than outline. Okay, I'm really happy with this angle and this angle almost being identical. I don't know what to do about this. Do we straighten that out and straighten that out so it's more like these, so we can make it interchangeable? I don't know. Okay, so good, 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 good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess this one too, 6 would be the 6 I would approach here. And then, so I would show these first, and then I would probably take the lettering from here and present the lettering separate of the symbols, probably in the same order, just to see what it would look like without symbols. Then lastly, you could say, okay, what if we, and you might have to have really big titles to explain these things. What if we just didn't have a symbol at all? We would go this way. So that would be, now ideally we're trying to show 6. So if we show this, are we showing too many? Are we confusing the client? I don't know. Try it that way. Send it to me if you're cool with it, and then we'll send them. And then once I'll give you some more feedback. We'll decide, and I'll get your feedback too, whether showing the three approaches I just talked about are good enough or too many. So it'd be this idea with symbols, this idea without symbols, and then this idea no symbols at all. And that might be overwhelming to the client. We might just show them that one and maybe these without symbols. All right. So I look forward to your feedback. I hope you find this helpful. Thank you.